Hi friends, we'll learn about CSV files and how to create a data frame out of the CSV files. CSV means comma separated value. These files are widely used while downloading reports, sending data across the platforms. Simple text files where the data are separated by a commas. So this is easily we can take it to a data frame, and from the data frame also we can transfer it to other formats. We'll learn more about this. But before that, before we conclude this tutorial, you will see one practical example where we have downloaded a CSV file from a Google application, Google Analytics, and that CSV file we have used to create a data frame, and then the data frame also we have transferred to a SQLite database. We'll learn all about this. Visit this URL and you scroll down. Here you will get the Excel file and download this student CSV file from here. We are inside our Google Colab platform. This is the Google Cloud platform, so we are using this. So first let's import Pandas as PD. So the library Pandas we have imported. Now what you will do is we will upload our student CSV file to read the file. So for that, this is for this session only it will be available because it's a cloud platform. So I have to upload our sample file. I have clicked this. Now I will be going here, upload a session storage. This is a session storage. So let me come down. I have a browse to my folder, see data. Inside this I have Excel file, sample files are there. This top one is the CSV file I have uploaded. Now it see the warning that it is available in this session only. Once I log out or my session is ended, then this file won't be available. For permanently I can mount it also. There is a tutorial on that also. I can keep it permanently. So let me click OK. So now let us start creating the data frame. Data frame is equal to now PD Pandas read CSV. I am using CSV. Now here the path I have to give because I have uploaded already. It is available. So student.csv. We will see in our, suppose you are using your local machine, your Visual Studio Code and all, you have to give a full path here. So now my data frame is ready. What I will going to do is print the df.head. Head means top 5 rows of it. By default 5, I can go for any number. So it is CSV. Note that these are CSV files, comma separated value files. So this is the file format. Okay, let's just see this. See, this is the output. Here you can see that that Pandas has added one index column of its own because I have not specified anything. What I can do is I can tell that don't use your add index, use one of my column as index. So for that, what I am going to do is I will add a code block here. So this again I am removing from here. Let the Pandas library only be there at the top. Here I am pasting it, and here I will say index call. Index call. This one equal to, I am saying that use ID column. My ID, I have in my file one ID column for every student 1, 2, 3, 4 like that it is there. So in that case, what will happen is it will not create gifs. This column is used as index column and it is given here. Now I am in Visual Studio Code. So this is the same code what we are going to use, but it is in my local system. So you can see here I have given the path here. C data in C drive, inside the data directory, the student.csv I kept it. So there I am running it. So let's run this and see the output. Here it is, the tail I have used. So from the bottom 5 records are printed here. We are back to our Colab platform. I'll just close this. Now let's add one more. What I will do, we'll copy this code and create one more code block here, paste it. So we'll run this one. Now index in place of index column, we'll remove this. Let it Pandas add its own thing. We'll say header equal to none. By default, this header is 0. Means first row use user as a header. So I am saying header equal to none. Okay, so let's just see what happens in this case. The output is, you can see it is ID name class mark which was earlier used as a header. This is not used, and Pandas has given 0, 1, 2, 3 as column header, and this says it has taken it as a data. So I can specify, or otherwise actually by default this instead of none, this value is actually 0 by default value. So if you run this, otherwise This is takes it as a normal. See, you can see ID, name, class, mark as taken as the header, and then the data starts. Let's copy this code. So I am adding one more code block. So let's close this so we can move up a bit. Outputs I am closing, and here I will paste this. Here I will say that skip rows. I will delete this and say Skiprows, because in many CSV files or reports you download, you will find the top portion is the about the report, and all the logos and all will be there. The real data will start somewhere down. So we can say, let's say that here skip rows 6. So 6 rows will be skipped, and then the output will come. So let's just see that. Here it is. You can see there 6 rows are skipped, some 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like that it is coming. Now one at the end you can see one small project we have taken by this downloading data from the Google. It is the Google Analytics data we have used in CSV format. You have downloaded there. You have used this because at the top lot of header information will be there, which is not required to create the data frame. So there we have used. We'll add one more code block here. Let's close this. So we'll say now I will apply a converter. Means I can apply a function to the each of the element of a row or multiple rows also. In the read Excel file, we have in that tutorial we have discussed multiple rows we have applied. Now here you can same thing you can do it here also, but now we'll apply it to a single one. So what we are going to do is converters equal to, now what I am going to do is create a dictionary here. I am saying mark. Now what in the mark column is will do is to float. Now what is this to float? This function we have not yet written. We are going to write it. So what I am going to do, I'll above that I will write the function to float. Now this I will receive the elements from here. Now what I am saying is return, simple one liner float. Now here I will say x dot strip. Now inside this percentage, this is what I am making it a percentage wise by 100. Sorry, this I think should come here. No, okay, let it be here only. I am giving, okay. So this is 100. So this what I every time for every function I have every element of the mark column. I will be doing this. Now let's print the head df dot head. So 5 records. Now let's just see what has happened here. You see this mark column, it has become 0.75, 0.85 because of this. So this converter applies. Even to another function, I can apply to another column. That we have discussed already in the while you reading on the tutorial read Excel. Same concept you can be applied here. Let's close this, copy this code again. The entire source codes, all these you can download it. At the end of this section will zip it and keep it there. So the link is there available in the description. You can download this workbook or this Jupyter file. It will be available for you to download. So you can practice it easily. And the entire source code is also available at this link. So everything is explained again. And some more things are also explained. Now let's go for chunk size. So here what I will do. Here instead of that I will say, means suppose you are having a large number of rows. Instead of taking all at a time, you can say let's say 2 will take it and no head here. What I will do is for chunk in df. Now I am saying print chunk. So what happens is it will print 2 group. You can see here 0, 1, 2, 3. Now one chunk it is looped through and prints it. All the entire 35 records are there. So it has distributed it. Suppose you have large number of records are there. This can be used at that. Here you have added the same thing in another code block. The skip rows, I will remove it. Same one coming here. Above that, I am just adding one list. This is the list, name is my names, and I have given my own names, ID, name, my class, my mark, my gender. These are all the headers I want to use in place of the default headers what the CSV file gives. So for that, what I am going to do is, okay, let me close this Fine, let me come up bit. Okay, here I will say don't use your own those headers, use my names. So for that I will say names equal to now my names. My names is the list what I prepared with my own headers. So here they are, these headers will be used. Now let's just see how this looks. You can see now my ID, my name, my class, my mark, all my whatever the headers I have created using the list, that is used to for this data frame is created using that as the headers. We'll add one more code block here. So I am pasting the code. This time while creating the data frame here, I'll say don't use all the columns whatever is available, use some specific columns. Say it is zero based, zero index. So I'll say use calls. So columns you use here. So equal to, now what I am saying is say if 1, 3, okay, 1, 3, let's use these two and create the data frame. We are not using all the columns. You can see the name and the mark. So let's add 2 here. So 0 ID is not there because ID is 0. So let's just see what has. So name, class, mark only is used, and pandas are added its own index. Friends, these are the options available for us to read the CSV file. Few more are there, but these are frequently used. So while reading the CSV file, you can utilize it. Some date column options are also there. So that you will read it when you go for the reading the and writing on the working on the date columns and all. So before that, let's just see one practical use of the read CSV where a Google Analytics 4 CSV file is downloaded. How the data we are transferring to a SQLite database. Friends, if you understand the search engine optimization or you work in Google Analytics and all, so Google Analytics gives you downloaded reports, and these reports you can download in CSV format or in PDF format. So CSV format helps you to create your own analysis and all. So here inside our analytics GA4 recently what is Google has released, in that this is a report which tells our Google organic search traffic and on the landing pages. You can download, click the shareable and then download the CSV file. Now once you download the CSV file, you will find the top some rows are there which you not required for the creating a structured data frame, and all the column headers are descriptive. So you don't require that. So it is for our understanding only. Google gives a descriptive column headers. Now what happens is here while creating the CSV file, we have used read CSV, then given the path where it is, then the skip rows 11, because you can see here at the top 11 rows are not required. Then they use the columns starting from 0, first column, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 we have skipped. So we have few columns based on what is required by for our application or our analysis and all, we will take it. Index column we use the first one, the path. Then these headers we have changed to our own header names here and telling that use these names. So these names, so we have removed those descriptive headers. Then finally, whatever the data frame we create it here it is our data, the full code is here. So pandas, then we have downloaded CSV file from the Google GA4 Analytics, we kept it here. We are given a table name, variable name we have set, then the headers, then we create the data frame. Then everywhere this columns have because they are float value, after the decimal they contain around 7-8 numbers are there. So we have rounded them by using this round function. These 3 columns we have rounded to 2 decimal places. Then if you want a sample output here, but what we are doing it here is, then this data frame we are taking out to a SQL or a SQLite table. So what happened here is SQLite is a file based. So this is the file based SQLite database. To this database we are connecting and using 2SQL. We'll learn that in 2SQL in a separate tutorial is there. So using 2SQL we are creating a table taking entire data frame downloaded from there. So here the table name Y2304. This is just a table name. You can give your own name. that we have used here, and if it exists, replace it. These details we'll discuss while using ToSQL. So now what happened, this entire CSV file is stored in our SQLite database in a table, which we again further analyze it or display it using any other script. Also we can manage this, but here the point is that using read CSV we can download the report, then using ToSQL we have transport that report to a SQLite database. That's all, friends. Hope you have understood the concept of reading a CSV file and using it in our applications. It can be any application also, we can transport the data. So I'll request you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we add new tutorials. We frequently do that also. And if you have any doubts, suggestion, questions, use the comment section below to post it. Please share this with your friends, and thank you for watching.